Hey everybody, I am going to do a review real quick on my opinions and my thoughts on what Home Depot has just dropped on us last day or two. In case you can't tell, I am sick. I have pneumonia and COVID, so when I do something, I'm an overachiever. We went on a cruise last week, and I believe that was just a big petri dish, and so I got sick. So I'm going to do this quickly and easiest I know how, which is basically looking up stuff online on different sites, showing you the pictures and giving you my thoughts. So like this, I'm going to use this Home Depot Haunt and Holly Decorating Club. I don't want to take credit for any images or anything that is not mine. So I'm telling you straight up, these will be coming from different haunt sites. If I forget to mention a haunt site, whoever runs that haunt site, don't crawl all over me. I'm just highly medicated and forgot. All right, well, as we all know, Home Depot came out with their new stuff, or at least what we're thinking is most of their new stuff. They always drop one or two extra little things. And I cued in on this new tree right here. For two reasons. A lot of people are saying that they're sad with this new drop. So he has a sad face, so I thought that was apropos. Sorry if you hear the dogs in the background. Anyway, I am excited about a few things. And when I say a few things, I mean a few things. And I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you. I'm glad I'm only excited about a few things. I was supposed to take last year off. And if you remember correctly, I may have taken it off because we're going to start doing the parties every other year. But I bought like I was having a party. So I'll be fine. And I said this last year, and hopefully I don't do it again this year. But I'll be fine with not spending a couple $1,000s this year. That being said, let's start taking a look at the different props that we've seen so far. All right, sorry about that. Just having a little something on drinking a little cup of coffee for my throat. Okay, this tree. Let's go with this. This is the new version of their 8-foot tree last year. Is what I'm assuming we're supposed to be looking at. I bought the 8-foot tree last year. I loved the 8-foot tree last year. I do not like the sad face on this. Some people may. I am not I like scary. I don't like gory. I like scary. And this little sad face, no, not Halloween-y to me. But to each their own, and all these trees look and are usually well made, and this looks about the same. So I don't think you can go wrong if you like the sad face. Looks like there's a little witch up here in the front. Everyday witch. Same old, same old, same old, same old. I'm not going to really say anything about her because I don't really care, about going through another witch unless it's, awesome like Lethal Lily. You can't go wrong with Lethal Lily. All right, we got this, and she's added some animation, obviously. This is funny. But this pig man, he's okay. He's okay. Again, not my cup of tea, but I do realize a lot of people do chop houses, and I did one at one time, but I don't anymore. So for a chop house or something like that, I think he would be, a good fit. And I'm sure he'll sell greatly because of that. But again, not my cup of tea. All right, let's go down through here. What other shots she has? There's this giant kitty, skeleton kitty. I guess it's a play off of, they had the giant skeleton dog that sold remarkably well. I did not purchase the dog. Again, didn't see the scare in it. Although, for all those that, dress up their skeletons for different occasions, and I've done that for a while, but then quit doing it. I can see we're having a little doggy companion to dress up and be his best buddy is fitting. And if you like cats, here you go. You can have a kitty buddy. Again, sorry about the coffee. If I don't do that, I won't have much of a voice for you guys. So again, not my cup of tea, but I think that, that'll probably sell well and be a good cup of tea for everybody to get. Here's these witches. I think we've seen some version of these witches every year. It gets old. Here's a kind of a standoff big picture view here. Now, I love these. If they sell these in strips, that'd be great to hang around the walls in the bathroom or something. Here's our original dude. Here's the reskin of the stackable clowns. It looks like this year he's holding a mallet. It's going to be zombies. So they reskinned them. Let me see if I can get in here a little bit better. They reskinned them and now they're zombies. Not bad. Not bad. I didn't get the clowns. To me, they were just a little, and I know they didn't cost all that much. I can't remember what the price point was, but even for what price point, they was a little too cheap, in my opinion. And okay, I think we may have exhausted the Haunt and Holly. So let's move on to another page now. This one had the tombstones, which I was glad to look at. There's some really cool ones this year. So let me just get this going here. Okay, you have this lady, I'm gonna assume, this headless lady, kind of a Greco-Roman looking thing, Okay, if it's your cup of tea, not mine. Another look at her. You have this one that I do love right here. It's a tombstone. I haven't been able to make out what it says, but it has like the skeleton hand on top of it. Let's see if we can see. We body rest and to Shirley. Yeah, can't really make out that, but I do like this headstone. So that one will be probably a purchase if I can get my hands on it. All right, let's talk about him. He is the new gargoyle. And I will have a better picture of him somewhere else because this just looks horrible. You know what? Let's just, I'll go ahead and talk about him, and I do know I have a better picture later on. So first of all, this is the new gargoyle. If you remember last year, everybody was buying the two, and there was a problem with right here where they snapped on. Most of them wouldn't stay on. Most of their wings wouldn't stay on. So it turned into quite a problem. A lot of people, would screw in screws and connect them. For $100, they weren't a bad thing. I got two, returned them, and ended up having a little regret over it, and found one that actually stuck together. So I ended up buying one just to stick in a graveyard. So probably end up buying this one as well. So for if it stays at the same price point, $100, you can't really go wrong. Except like I said, if they don't stick together like last year's was, hopefully they learned their lessons, and you're handy, which I am not. You can always screw them in permanently. Although you do that, it is permanent. Anyway, the new arch here. A lot of people have been like, "What is this arch?" Again, on the other picture I have, which we'll get to, I have a close-up. And I can get you close here, but to me, it looks like just a bunch of scary faces like this, made into maybe some twisted wood looking stuff, woodsy and scary faces. It also gives me a kind of a, I don't know, thought or impression of being maybe a spider web with faces in it, made into an arch. Me no gusta. I do not like this. But to each their own. As with everything, this is only my opinion. I can see, in a woodsy atmosphere, if you got a haunt, that goes through the woods or something, yeah, most definitely. I can definitely check that out. Here's one I think it's going to be popular. It's a, we had the crow sitting on the cross last year, and I loved that. I actually got two of those. Here we have the owl, and the owl's eyes light up. So I think this will be a great one. Not sure if I will purchase it since I have two of the crows. But we'll see. I do like that the eyes light up. So we'll see on that one. Those are usually go for about $40, so that's a good price point. You can just faintly see this tombstone in the back. What I do like about it, though, is it has these built-in urns for flowers and stuff. They have little pretty red ones here. I would put the Lowe's actually came out with wooden black flowers like last year that were awesome. That would look good in that. Here, let's see, you see the arm of the tree, which, like I said, is just like last year. Another little spooky guy. I think this is going to be a, from the look of the bones, excuse me, some sort of witch doctor. Also looks like a generic witch doctor, so, let's keep rolling. This is going to be phenomenal. This may be the tombstone of the year. As you can see, it's a skeleton laid across a stone background. This is fabulous. This, I think, will be the equivalent of last year. Everyone wanted the, what was it called? Whispering Demon or Whispering Angel, Angel of Death. The one where the Grim Reaper is coming around whispering in the skeleton's ear. It was awesome. And I think this will be it. And I definitely want this if I can get my hands on it. Frankie's back. I have Frankie. Frankie, to me, I'm going to be honest with you, he always looks so stupid in these clips. I mean, that face, it looks horrible. It does. But in person, guys, if you don't have this Frankie, he is wonderful. Now, that being said, Spirit came out with a Frankie right after Halloween last year. I loved the look on him. But this Frankie has servos, and with his movement, you can't beat it. You just can't. His clothes aren't the best. He's better if you go to, like a Goodwill and buy some clothes of your own and put on him. But, I mean, his servos just make him phenomenal. So don't take this crappy. He doesn't photograph well. And I know the feeling. I'm the same way. So anyway. All right, sorry about that. I made myself laugh and made myself cough. But as you can see right here, we are coming up with they have a Bride of Frankenstein. Here's another look at that owl with the light up eyes. Here you go, guys. Now what do I think of the Bride of Frankenstein? I have another better picture of this as well. We'll get to later, but let's just go ahead and make this conversation happen. I don't like it. Unless its servo is well like him, and unless it doesn't photograph well like him, it looks extremely fake and plasticky and just not good to me. But again, hopefully she's servo. Hopefully she looks better in person. And if so, I'll get her as a matching pair. While we're on the classic monsters, I've seen rumors. I actually saw a picture today of what's supposed to be a sneak surprise from Home Depot. One of the things that when they do drop everything, is going to be the, surprise on us, one of their surprises. And it is the creature from the Black Lagoon. And if it is the one that they pictured and says going to be the sneak surprise, guys, phenomenal. It looked wonderful. So I'll get the creature from the Black Lagoon. I mean, the Bride of Frankenstein, easy peasy to make yourself. If you got to have one. So we'll see, but I'm really looking forward to that Creature from Black Lagoon. If that doesn't turn out to be a hoax or whatever. All right, this guy right here. Let's talk about him. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Yippee skippy for all you guys. I know you're very excited. Yes, the pirate ship is back. The only difference, and hopefully there'll be more pictures on the original pirate ship, there is a skull and bones on the front of it. This one has a female from the torso up on the front of it. A lot of people, as a matter of fact, most people I saw said they liked the female. They liked that better than the skull. I do not. I do not. However, I do like it. I do like the new pirate ship. Well, basically, it's the same pirate ship except for that front. So, I know everybody's happy about that. This is going to be another tall, what they're trying to show you, and it got cut out. They've got a tall, hold on, and I'll get it out. Obelisk type monument coming out, and we did not get very good pictures of that, so that might be the best you can see it. All right, here's your the new version of the gargoyle that we talked about earlier. Much better picture. Yeah, looks like the eyes, mouth, everything lights up, wings. So yeah, I might get this one. I'm actually glad if I can get my hands on it. It can be the companion piece to the one last year instead of having two compatible. But back to the pirate ship, and yes, I am ADHD. I do jump around. Just hang with me, and we'll get back to it. So back to the pirate ship. I would advise anyone that has an inkling that might want it to grab it. It was $350 when it came out a couple years ago, and we all know it's been quite a few years. I doubt it's going to be at that price point. It'll probably be more like the Horse and Pony was, which is probably going to be, $450. So, it depends on how much you want it, but it is a great prop, and I will warn you though, I do want it. I will warn you, it takes up a crap of room. It takes up a lot of room. I wouldn't get rid of mine for anything. Matter of fact, this year, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing pirates and nautical and a whole swamp area of monsters and whatnot. But you are going to need some storage space. All right. So that's my rambling about that pirate ship. And just like with the horse and buggy, be on there first minute it drops because it's going to go. This is another one of that headless statue. Here is death is something through a door and it opens into a new life. So this is cute, and like I said, I like that it has the place for the flowers on the side. Another picture of that. They're small Plague Doctor. I'm sorry about the graininess. Like I said, this is just off of my computer. I'm just trying to do something productive since I'm at home sick. But it's cute. I don't know what you would want with a roughly 2 foot, maybe 2.5 foot Plague Doctor. But if you want one in your cemetery, it looks like it's got great details. And it's probably a good fit. There's your owl again. There's that same tombstone. All right. Their big guy this year. Here you have it. It is the 15-foot scarecrow. And like I said, these pictures on this site are very blurry, and hopefully a couple other sites I'm going to visit won't be so bad. But guys, I think I don't have the Phantom. No, I do have the Phantom. I think I have all of the 12-footers. Could be wrong, but I think I do. I'm getting older, and it's getting harder to put up the 12-footers by myself. That is the only reason I wouldn't get this. It's 15 foot. I know I'd have to put it up by myself, but we live on a farm. I love anything scarecrow and whatnot. And it's going to be hard for me to pass this up. But I just know space-wise, it's going to take up a lot of space. And it will be hard assembling by myself since I usually do all of my props and stuff by myself. You know, I'm retired. So everybody else I know is at work. So I will not, unless I get it after the fact and it's an unreal discount, to be purchasing this. But if you have a purpose for a scarecrow, this thing is great. And I would not pass it up. It looks wonderful. All right. Let me pause for a second. All right, guys, sorry about that. I was about to have a coughing fit, and then on top of that, my dog was about to have a barking fit. Okay, this is from Home Depot Halloween Haunters Club. Again, not trying to take anybody's pictures and say they're mine. All the tags are on this. I'm just doing an easy breezy, let's look at my computer with me kind of review. This thing, guys, is from what I understand, it's just a big blow mold. I don't think it does anything, except maybe, you know, the eyes light up. Looks like, when I first saw it, it has 2 rows of teeth on the inside. I thought, okay. The more I look at it, the more I like it. There was a guy posted, I don't remember his name, but he's like, oh, they finally used my idea. And he showed a picture of a shark he made with an oar in the mouth and a skeleton like holding the oar. It looked fabulous. And the shark he made was, I wish I could remember who it was, because kudos if you're watching this. It looks so much better than this. So I thought, oh, that's a good idea. You could do that with this. You could use it as a photo prop. I saw somebody already talking about putting one of those big Home Depot pumpkins in its mouth. So I thought, yeah, okay. So, you know, like I said, I'm doing a lot of nautical stuff this year. If this thing's not $400, you know, we know how pricing is. I'll probably pick this up. And I'm really worried about the size of it, but like I said, it's just got a lot of things I can use it for with all my other nautical stuff. So I really like this shark now. When it first came out, I did not. So, let's see. Here's our, you know, we've already seen all of this. Yeah, I think we're going. Oh, all right. I'm not a Chucky fan. I've never understood it. It's a doll. Yeah, it's a doll with a knife. Just kick it. But if you are, and I know a lot of people are, this doll right here apparently is freaking everybody out this year, and everybody wants this doll, his little wife companion, I guess. So they'll have these. They look good. If you're a Chucky fan, I will say they look good. They look very accurate to the movies. Oh god. Okay. All right, we're back on Haunt Holly's site. So just to give props again, I don't want anybody thinking I'm trying to steal. All right, first of all, back here's the 15-foot scarecrow that is. I mean, look, guys, even from this far away, I mean, he is so freaking phenomenal. And then, all right, it's an ogre. It's an ogre. It's a great ogre. I mean, he truly is. They've done a great job with him. He looks great. Got the big warts on his, you know, little bat over here, club that he's, great teeth, great face. But he's an ogre. You know, after Shrek, can you really make an ogre scary? I don't know. I mean, they're trying. Are you scared of this? Because I'm not. I mean, I guess I could put him in the swamp. But anyway, I like this. I like the look of it. They did a great job for an ogre. I just don't know that I have a use for an ogre, but it's a great job for that. And if you have a use for an ogre, I think you might have found your one right here in this. Here's a different look, and as I say, you can kind of see the tree. Yeah, see right here, that looks like vines and stuff. So it looks like vines with, like maybe souls' faces stuck in with it. I would venture to say some of you crafty people could probably paint it white and make it and I think that would be a cool idea, make it like a cocoon holding souls, for a spider. There's another look at him. He does look really good. I like these lights here, making it look like blood. So, yeah, that's definitely going to be a purchase if I can get my hands on it. Just a little decorating fun thing they can do with their posables. Looks good. All right. Magically delicious. Again, yep, there's a movie with a leprechaun. Jennifer Aniston, it was her first movie ever. If you're friends with Jennifer Aniston, buy this for her. Otherwise, are leprechauns really scary? Are they really Halloween? I love the branching out. I do. I love the branching out. There are always some wild figures. So thank you. Thank you for that. And again, just like with the ogre, it looks like a great leprechaun. It truly does. Really good leprechaun. And so much so, because I love St. Patty's Day, that if I can get this at the 75% off for St. Patty's Day, I will get it. But for Halloween, each their own. If you have a useful one, again, I think this is a good one. Here's another little small tombstone they have. Yeah, he looks good. Really good, actually, but he's still a leprechaun. They're bringing back out the bat skeletons. There's another look at that tombstone that I love, the one with the hand on top. I love that. Here's your pig guy that you don't have to have the animated added to it. Again, if you want to do a chop shop or something like that, I think he's pretty cool. I think he looks better than the one Spirit came out with a couple years ago. But again, without animation and stuff, we don't know. All right, guys, see what I'm talking about here? You see what I'm talking about? That looks like somebody took a white mask and put makeup on it and then stuck it on another prop. No. No. So unless she, and it doesn't look like it, unless she is a servo, I'm thinking no. I can do that myself. I give you the whole view. And maybe she's like him, doesn't photograph well, but I'm not digging. I love the classic monsters. Anything classic monsters I usually get, but I think I'm gonna have to pass on that one. All right, here's another overview. I don't think there's anything that we haven't went over. I want to thank everybody that I went on their site, this Hauntin' Holly site, the Home Depot site. I am so happy. I passed on this fisherman back in the day. I didn't have a nautical scene, so I passed on it. And now you can find them on Facebook Marketplace, but dear God, people think they're gold. So yes, this will definitely be a purchase for me this year, especially with my scene I'm doing. Here is Death is a Passing Door through hold on a second. All right, the tombstone from earlier that I like with the things, death is anyway, you pass through a door and it opens into a new life. It's a sweet little saying, but I like where you can put the flowers on it. But yes, he will definitely be a purchase for me. Here is the second row and a front view of the shark. Kind of looks like one of those big worms from, oh my God, the classic, Critter. No, not Critter. You know what I'm talking about. If y'all are all Halloween people, you know what I'm talking about. Tremors. There you go, Tremors. This is the new pirate ship front. The lady on the front that I was telling you about. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It is not bad at all. And definitely much bigger than the Skull and Crossbones, which is probably just like her torso size. I just happen to like the Skull and Crossbones better. But there it is, and it's a great prop, guys. The only thing you got to watch with it, I've had mine since it came out, is mine hasn't, because I was very careful with putting it out. I had a feeling it's very very tender. It will tear apart and win real easy. And a lot of people have had to make their own, mast to replace this. So take this in if it's going to be the least bit windy or stormy or bad, because this will not survive. They just won't. Over here is a little character. I think what this guy is going to be their new guy. We had Dean the Deathologist, and then we had the guy that played poker. I think this is going to be the new one in that series, but I got to be honest with you. I don't know what he is. But that's what I'm thinking this dude is going to be. But I am very excited about this guy right here. A little simple prop that's a reskin of the witch, but I love it. It's all about what we love, right? There's another little witch with a bird. I like the bird, but witches and clowns. There's just another side view of your shark. I'm hoping this thing isn't outrageous. I mean, it's just a big blow mold, but we'll see. All right. So, since I don't usually go through and do reviews on a lot of things, guys, there's 400,000 YouTubers that do Halloween stuff, and they're usually jumping on this and showing you videos and pictures and whatnot, and can do it quite honestly. I am not a computer person at all, and so quite honestly can show you much better than me. So I usually let it go and let them show you the new things, and then just talk about them as they come out. But like I said, I'm sick and I want to do something, so I'm going to review. So let's review some stuff that Lowe's come out with a little while back before Home Depot, obviously. This is going to be their big boy this year. It's a takeoff of Nosferatu. I'm not remembering. I want to say it's a 12-footer. I don't think it's 15, but it could be. Yeah, that's going to be a hard pass for me. Well, first of all, I'm probably not going to get any more. It's going to have to be a phenomenal, like that Scarecrow this year. Tall boy for me to get any more, because they take up so much space and hard to put together. But even if that was not a concern, this guy, bless it. And I'm sorry if you hear my puppy whining in the background. I live on a farm, and there's a guy target practicing beside me, and he is very scared of is very scared. He's shooting, and she's scared. So I'm sorry. My big brave pit bull is scared of the shooting outside. These guys are phenomenal. Although I don't think you can do it any better than Spirit did last year. So my thoughts on this is, go to the store, see how well made they are, see the differences, and see which one you like better. I didn't buy these because I don't have a use. But it was really tempting not to buy these from Spirit last year, just because, oh my God, y'all, they looked, 10 out of 10 out of 10. They were really spot on. So, so that's what I would do. These look really great too. So I would just go see which one I like better and which one I thought would hold up better. I wanted this. I love Zero. I think he's so cute. Actually, that's not Zero. Excuse me. Frankenweenie. I love Frankenweenie. I love Zero too, but Frankenweenie. But I saw the price point on him, and if I'm not mistaken, guys, I think it was something stupid, ridiculous, like over $200. And I'm hoping I'm remembering that wrong, and that's just my meds talking, but I don't think so, because I remember when I saw the price, I was like, well, I won't be getting that after all. But it's uber cute, and a great job on him. All right, so we have the clown on the bowling pins from last year. Phenomenal, awesome, great prop on this. One of the best clowns you can buy. I know they come out with 40 different clowns doing 40 different things, or doing the same thing as last year. This clown, if you don't own it and you need a clown, buy it. There's just nothing better. Okay, there's my rant. This dude looks cool. It looks like what they're coming out to to fight the, everybody wanted the groundbreakers from last year that, well, actually the last 2 years that, are coming out of the ground. I think Costco had them and At Home had them and Party City had them. And Party City had the pumpkin dude, which was really cool. I wanted him, but you order stuff. Sorry about that. And moving the screen. You order stuff from Party City and it never shows. So I wonder why they're going out of business. But anyway, that's my rant. I like this. I like this a lot. I have a hill at the front of my 10 acres that looks down over the road. That this would be cool. I could put his little hands like over the hill, like he's coming, and put it at the road. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably am not. Let's go with am not. I probably am not going to buy that, but it's cool, and I can see it for a lot of. Oh, it'd be cool on top of your house and put this over the edge of your house. That'd be cool. So anyway, obviously I like this a lot. Again, we'll have to see, prices, what they gouge us for this year. Now remember, I have switched from the, starting with the Nosferatu from a minute ago. This is now all Lowe's stuff that came out a couple months ago. Again, a witch. Again, another witch. Okay. Here's a werewolf. A lot of people like this guy. And I do too. He's a good werewolf. They have the one that, and this may be him, I'm trying to recall, but the one that Big Lots had, and I think this is him, that leans back and yanks its chest, shirt open. It's really cool, guys, but I have yet to see somebody either weigh it down. I don't think you can weigh it down enough that when it jerks back to pull its chest open, that it doesn't, here, let me use the phone wobbly since I've been wobbling anyway. It doesn't wobble everywhere and make it obvious. So I don't like that about it. And if there's some way, if you could just weight the crap out of it where it doesn't move, I think it's phenomenal. I love the idea of leaning back and pulling your shirt open. So, if you can weight it down enough to not do that, I would like that a lot. Got us another grave digger here. I guess he looks okay. Be honest with you, the very first grave digger that Home Depot ever came out with has been my favorite, and looks the favorite of all of them. That's the one, if you could find now. Maybe on Marketplace, I would suggest, but whatever. I got you a plague doctor, got you a little girl. Not this little girl, but this little girl. Walking around, scaring people with no eyes. You got you a clown here that looks like just a skin of the pop-up girl, Peekaboo. Got a couple girls here. They're trying to be like the twins from Spirit. What was that? 2018. This plague doctor looks cool. Not sure what this dude is supposed to be. But I'm digging this face. How creep star is that? Look at those hands. Yeah, maybe some kind of... All right. No, that's good. That's what the plague doctor, because it's the medicine thing. So I don't know, some kind of creepy thing, but I like him. All right. Haunted Mansion stuff. I love it. I don't buy it. I have Leota, the tombstone that talks. I'm struggling here with these guys, They look okay. They look decent. They don't look great. They look okay. They look decent. But they're like 2 foot tall. Like, come on. Couldn't you done something a little better than that? I mean, make us some life size and make them look great. Especially our favorite right here, So I don't know. I'm struggling. Again, maybe price point might make that decision for me. I've always wanted the hitchhiking ghost, and I'm scared if I don't get it, we might not get any more for a while. Oh Lord, so that's FOMO. I don't need to fall into FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. But gosh, if they're as small as they look, I may have to pass. But they look good, and if you don't have a lot of space, that'd be great. This is the clown. This is a good clown. Let's see. I saw what his animatronic did when they came out. The dog, the balloon dog, his mouth opens and he barks and he's got grimacing teeth. And his eyes light up and mouth and stuff. You know, I'm sorry, guys. Unless it does something. Like I said, we've seen enough clowns and witches, you know. I mean, this is a good theme. I like the balloon animal. It's a good concept. I'm just a little over the clowns. Mickey Mouse, little cutesy stuff. This little DJ's cute. Casper's a cutie patootie. All right, adding on to Lowe's band. I think the keyboardist was last year, but they are adding a DJ. Don't know what their thoughts are with this, because if you have a band, you don't need a DJ. But I guess music, they just went with the theme. I bought a couple of the band members after the fact at like dirt cheap pricing. And when I say dirt cheap, I mean like I got the drummer, the guitarist, and I think the lead singer, they were like $20 a piece. The guy just wanted them out of the store. I haven't used them, obviously. I bought them at the end of last year. I don't know how good a quality they are or whatnot, but it's a fun concept to have, you know, just to have something and then put real speakers and stuff behind them, let them play, you know, music in the background for everybody. And, you know, if you don't want to pay $200 and some each for 4 or 5, different props, this is a great idea. This DJ, I like this idea because you can do the same thing, you know, and only need one prop. Put you a couple of disco balls and a couple of flashing lights, and you're in business. And we're back to the sad Nosferatu. All right, guys, I think that's it. I think that's it for my review of quick review of things I'm seeing at Home Depot so far, things I've heard about coming out from Home Depot, and a little bit of Lowe's stuff too. So that's my thoughts on everything. I've seen a lot of people online, oh, this is the worst year yet, I'm so disappointed, I'm so this, I'm so that. I'm a little different, I'm not going to lie to you. Like I said, I'm not so upset that there's not 15 things that I like and must have, quote unquote. And you know, Home Depot has knocked it out of the park so many times for so many years. You know, let them have at least they're branching out, you know, the leprechaun, the ogre. Let them have a fun year where they can, you know, branch out and maybe hit on a few themes that, you know, to the average, like me, person, I might not use in my haunt, but somebody else may be like, oh my God, I've been wanting one of these for years, kind of thing. So I'm glad they're bringing back the Power Ship so everybody can get them one of those. So yeah. And, you know, and for those of us that are an ogre and a leprechaun or a sad Nosferatu in our cup of tea, all of our pocketbooks can stand a year to recoup too, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure everybody's got storage units full of stuff. We'll be just fine without having a whole new storage unit for all new stuff, right? Yeah. All right, guys. Well, hopefully we'll get a couple more surprises. I would love to have that Creature from the Black Lagoon come to fruition. Let's hope that's not just a you know, a lie. But if not, we got a couple of things to look at, and maybe you got a couple more. Maybe you like them. Let me know. Let me know what you think you must have and what you think, why in the world did they make this. All right, guys. I am going to let you go. I hope you've had a good last couple months. And sorry about how long this video is. And as always, stay bubbly.